minute. I am muted.
Hey.
Hi. Good evening to everyone, to all Shop Soulfully Spirit Conference, Global Healing Rally. Uh, People, good evening. This is Almayari, and with me is
Darlene, good evening everyone. Ayan, as promised, we'll be giving you a very, sabi ko nga kanina, malamang talakayan para sa kalusugan at kalinisan. O, diba?
yes. And so the last time that we had a Facebook Live from produced by Shop Soulfully, Lisa, hello, hi Lisa. And Lisel, hello, good evening. We were talking about stay safe, stay well, stay safe. And now from that discussion, we learned, the different things that you can do to keep yourself from getting sick. Especially with the pandemic that's happening um, for for almost a year now. And tonight we will be extending this discussion, from stay well to stay safe to stay clean and stay safe, because we realize and we recognize that our environment, no, and especially our homes, are the nest also that influences our state of wellness and well-being. Hindi ba, Darlene?
It's true. Lalo na ngayon, if we stay home at most of the time, how do we keep it really safe, healthy? Lalo na yung healthy, May. Kasi it can be clean, but not really healthy. Meaning it
Yun
doesn't
ang
keep, o diba?
Oo, yun ang gusto kong malaman kung gaano, ano ba yung, like, me and everybody knows from Shop Soulfully, what happened, to our family. So, no matter how clean, to what level and extent of cleaning would you really be engaged in to know that you're safe. And it's a good thing we have two guests tonight who will be discussing with us and sharing to us their expertise and experience about cleaning, what to clean, how to clean it, and what do you use, to clean your environment as well. So, ikaw, meron ka bang mga tanong? I'm sure you have a lot of questions. Hello to Miss Mary Ann. Mary Ann, absent ka kanina sa klase. And Miss Maria Luis de la Rhea, hello, good evening po. So if you have
Everyone.
questions about cleaning, this is a very important subject na lagi nating hindi na di-discuss, no? So we're very fortunate. Ay, ikaw, Darlene, ano
Oo.
yung mga tanong mo? Like sa bahay mo, ano mga tanong mo usually? Paano,
Madami sis eh. Kasi 'di ba, pag pupunta ka ng grocery, yun na lang
mm,
lumalabas ako eh. O kaya maglalakad lang ako sa sa subdivision namin. And then going
mm,
inside the house, do
mhm.
am I that meticulous pag inisprayan ko yung buong katawan ko ng alcohol? Will be that suffice? Yan, 'di ba? And then,
Safe ba yun? Oo.
yun nga yung mga tanong eh. Kasi I work na at home and then I go out just to buy my stuff and supplies. And then mag-stroll ka lang every afternoon to get some sun. So, pero may mga nangyayari pa rin, di ba? Is it gano'n na ba? Enough na ba? Katulad ng nagkasakit nga kayong buong family. Lalo ka na may, napaka-meticulous mo rin dyan sa pag di ba? Pero nagkaroon pa rin. But it doesn't, parang, it's not being who to blame or for what. Pero how healthy is clean? Or how clean is healthy? Parang gano'n.
That's a good question. Oo. Ako naman, meron ako mga plants at saka mga hayop. Kasi may mga nakita kong tao, no? There was one time, like, the one who took us from the ambulance, he lysoled himself. And I was like, oh my God! Like, okay, help, mabubuhay ko. I mean, ano yung consequences? Yung mga ganon. So, I'm also thinking of my pet, if I do this cleaning, paano yung pet ko, paano yung plants ko. So, yung dami ring questions, no? So, sige, hi, I'm
Start
glad po to see you both again and doing the live. Thank you, Miss Lisa. Oo,
Hi,
sana
Lisa.
makita ka rin person in the future. So let's start with cleaning. Ano ba dapat i-clean? Paano natin, ano yung mga watch out areas, no? Let's bring in my BFF. Ano, kasama natin to sa corporate before, and now he's having his own
Corporation
his
as well.
corporation as well, which is the cleaning business. Because alam mo, itong guest natin, kumbaga 3 times kung sinasabi mo meticulous ako, sa kanya burara pa ako eh. Di ba? Kasi napaka-meticulous, and that's why when he was trying to jump from the corporate to his own company, he was looking for ano yung bagay sa kanya. Ito, swak na swak sa kanya. Kasi ever since I've known him, he's so meticulous with his house, especially dun sa kanyang space na he wants to, yung bedroom niya and everything. So, naging business to sa kanya, and he's now like a pretty good, no, ngayon patok na patok yung business niya, home clinic, uh, cleaning services. So, hello to our BFF, and Raymond Fernandez. Hello.
Hello, good
Hello,
evening.
Raymond.
Thank you, May. Ang sarap naman pakinggan noon. Good evening, Ms. Darlene, and to all our viewers and listeners. So, kanina na-mention ni May, it all started from a passion for cleaning. So, ever since as a child, or even in my so much younger years, I always had this passion for cleaning. Dati cleaning. So, and then eventually I realized, pwede ko yung passion na to, di ba sabi niya, you have to make your passion your profession. So I somewhat like had this idea na pwede ko I can turn this into a business, and I can turn this into a source of livelihood. So the rest is history. So this business, home clinic cleaning services, has been around for about 5 years now. So, and we've been catering to various living spaces like residential, commercial, um, restaurants, hotels, and tama yung sinabi ni May as regards to the present situation of pandemic. Grabe yung demand and need for disinfection, which is dati cleaning lang. Ang ganda nung sinabi ni Ma'am Darlene. How are we sure na healthy yung environment or yung surfaces or living space that we live in kung clean lang siya? According to some guidelines like CDC and EPA, cleaning and disinfection should go together. Hindi ka lang basta magdi-disinfect kung hindi ka naman nag-clean, or hindi ka naman magdi-disinfect after bago mo gawin yung cleaning. So they should go together. I remember meron akong nakita sa daan in Mandaluyong, nakalagay din yung signage, clean and disinfect. Whenever I see that signage, it just strikes me. Nasabi ko, wow, this is basically what the guidelines tell us about. You clean and disinfect. So as regards naman doon di ba meron tayong personal and cleaning and disinfection for surroundings. Yung personal, I think masyado nung sunog yung mga kamay natin, at yung kung ano-ano kung alcohol, mga disinfectants. Alam niyo naman kung gaano lumabas yung mga new products, di ba? That they claim that can kill pathogens, or that is an ideal disinfectant. Pero sa bahay natin, ano ba ang pwede nating gawin? Diba? Because this is our nest. This is basically, especially for those people having work from home schedules, dapat ito yung bahay mo. Ano ba ang pwede nating gawin, at ano ang dapat nating malaman para ma-ensure natin that our place is clean, healthy, and disinfected. Na wala tayong takot na in the long run, it would cause us other mga negative effects. So yung bibigay ko lang siguro yung about the cleaning, we should always consider siguro pang regular cleaning. Di ba meron man tayong tinatawag na spring cleaning, regular cleaning, once a year cleaning na talagang todong linis. But in the present times, regular cleaning, or as frequent as possible, it's ideal. Ang kailangan nating magawa is we may do ceiling to floor, wall to wall cleaning, like a micro dust absorption process. Kasi napaka-importante yun eh. Hindi natin nakikita yung dust and that particles these are barriers for the efficacy of the disinfectants that we use. So napaka-importante that the place is cleaned first before you disinfect it. And we should always consider the high touch surfaces, high touch point surfaces. Ano ito? Doorknobs, switch, lahat ng nahahawakan mo lagi. Kasi di ba minsan unaware ka pag labas mo, pagpasok mo, punta ka doon, hawak mo without even nag-alcohol naman ako. But the thing is, alam po natin na 30 seconds lang ang staying power or ang activity ng alcohol or other disinfectants na meron ngayon. So after nan, magbabasa ka na naman. Kaya nga 'di ba lagi nila disinfect, wash your hands, wash your hands. So yung how I relate it naman dito sa paglinis ng bahay, napaka-importante na you should choose the right products, the right cleaning equipment, and the right regimen and the right process. So yung sinabi kong ceiling to floor, wall to wall, medyo pag sinabi mo na napaka-comprehensive naman to, but basically that's essential. Matagal, tedious, but it's beneficial for everyone. And cleaning and disinfection should go together. So later on, as we go through the discussion, makakakuha tayo ng mga insights, and I can also share other insights on how to go about this.
Okay, thank you, Mon. So, ang sabi mo nga kanina, there are high touch point areas, which is for everybody to know, no. So when we were having when my family had COVID, so Mon lent his fogging machine, so I can disinfect yung mga rooms, no, from time to time to
Yeah.
decrease the viral load in the air. 'Di ba? Yun yung nun eh, and in the surfaces. But then what we usually miss out then is yung sinasabi nating high touch areas, point areas, yung sinasabi mong doorknobs,
Yeah.
yung mga yung sa ilaw,
Switch
ganyan,
off.
sa handle
Yung
ng
phone, yeah.
faucet, 'di
Faucets.
ba? Yung phone, remote control
True.
ng yung sa air conditioning, right? So so do you how often do you sanitize or disinfect these high touch point areas?
As often as possible. You'll never go wrong with an OCDC approach for this kind of.
Oh no.
Pero alam mo, it's good thing, no? Kasi pag sinabi mo 'yon, kasi ngayon ang key talaga is vigilance and diligence. Due diligence in taking care of ourselves and taking care of the surfaces around and our surroundings. So, yung tanong is how often do we need to disinfect or clean? As often as possible. This is a period in our lives na hindi uso diyan yung tatamad-tamad ka or yung magiging yung
Relax.
ano ba yung passive, relax and passive, nasa aggressive approach tayo. Kaya nga 'di ba pagpasok mo ng bahay mo, bago ka pa lang pumasok, tinanggal mo na yung sapatos mo sa labas ng unit mo or ng bahay mo. And then hugas ng kamay, and as much as possible you remove your clothes kasi merong article that says and that shows merong certain number of hours and even days na nagsistay ang virus and other pathogens sa damit or fabric, glass, plastic, etc. So napaka-importante na you go on the aggressive defensive mode for this kind of during this period. And yung whatever we're using now are good. Basically these are good kasi hindi naman yan lalabas sa market if these are not recommended and these are not approved and it doesn't meet the guidelines. Pero marami ring iisipin. Yun nga yung sinabi ko kanina, meron ako narinig, ano ba to, yung kamay natin sunog na sa alcohol. Can you imagine yung alcohol pagpasok mo sa mall, pagsakay mo sa kotse mo, paghawak mo ng gamit, ang alcohol consumption mo, baka mamaya kung yung alcohol na yan may astringent property, siguro nagbabalat-balat na yung skin mo. Diba? So, siguro yung challenge nowadays is really to have a more ideal product na which has the same the properties of being a good cleaning and disinfectant, at the same time safe for long-term use. Hindi lang yung dahil sa kailangan mo ngayon, but in the long run, 'di ba? Ano ba yung magiging effect nito sa akin, 'di ba? Hindi ba ako magkakaroon ng contact dermatitis, hindi ba magdadry yung skin ko, hindi ba masisira yung wall ng bahay ko, hindi ba masisira yung ano ba, yung sahig ko. Kasi alam mo 'di ba, the truth is we're using chlorine-based regimen approaches. Sabi nila pag ginamit mo 'yon, sure ball, mura na, pero mura na at matatanggal na talaga yung mga virus. Pero hindi nila alam yung the moment you inhale it, that would cause suffocation and that will even cause or trigger allergic reactions, asthma attacks, and even skin problems. So these are the challenges that are still need to be met. And I hope um, shops hopefully will be able to find products na alam mo yung magbibigyan tayo ng mas maraming options. Especially in my case, like we go to different houses, we go to different establishments, and in one way or another, pwede namin ma-introduce ito sa bawat papupuntahan namin na this is what you need. Good cleaning product, good disinfectant, but highly safe. So, yun yung challenge that I can pose for many.
Thank you,
Okay.
Juan. That's a very nice way to put it, sa isang regular, you said cleaning and disinfecting, right? It's not the same. Kasi if you're going to wash your hands, will that be enough? So you need the disinfection. So can you say yung dapat gawin ng isang regular, katulad ko na mom, na galing sa labas, na grocery, ano yung ina-advise niyo madalas sa mga homes?
Okay. Water essentially is a powerful cleaning and disinfecting substance. Totoo yun. Pag sinabi mong, pag dinala mo, kahit noon pa di ba? Even without pandemic, ano bang ginagawa natin sa mga fruits that we buy in the market? We don't just put it in the fridge. Di ba? We wash it. Oo. Pero ngayon siguro, kung may produkto siguro na pagka, after mo siyang na-wash, and then, at the same time, yung ibang mga pathogens or ibang mga bacteria na hindi kaya ng tubig, ng regular na tubig, pwede sana no na pag na-spray mo yan or na-applyan mo nun, mawawala. Which hindi naman, and I think yun talaga yung challenge eh. Pero yung whatever we're doing now, it's good, it's okay, but we need better approaches. So yung number ko ako siguro if I came from supermarket, ang gagawin ko, syempre although ito tandaan natin, even the establishments that we go to, they are very vigilant and they're very aggressive in terms of virus elimination, disinfection, di ba? Bakita niyo pupunta ka sa isang supermarket, i-spray na yung push cart, yung cart na gagamitin mo. Siguro yung key na lang siguro is yung plastic. Yung pag inuwi mo yung plastic mo sa bahay mo, you remove all your stuff na binili mo, yung plastic siguro andyan, hugasan mo, kung gusto mo siyang i-recycle, isampay mo, and the rest of the products that you buy, you have to wipe it or even spray a safer disinfectant. Like yung mga dilata. Yung mga dilata, imagine mo, ilang tao ang humahawak niyan. Di ba pag kunyari, in a scenario, ayoko pala tong dilatang ito, nahawakan ko na eh, di ba? Sabi nga doon sa isang study, a tin has a capacity to harbor bacteria and virus for about 4 days. Glass is the longest, 5 days. Paper, 3 days or something, and this duration varies. So talagang yun dating issue ko eh. So kaya nga yung OC magiging OC talaga na parang pagpasok mo i-spray mo lahat. Ang toxic, 'di ba? Kaya nga ano yung pwedeng approach na pwedeng magawa natin? Ako nasa disinfection, cleaning and disinfection. I have the armamentariums. How about those people who may not have the access to this kind of information? Siguro doon nagkakaroon ng the problem is of the ignorance, 'di ba? That made them, I'm sorry for that, but siguro yun at one point, in one way or another, that made them susceptible to various diseases like uh, COVID, for instance, di ba? Siguro yung hindi mo lang alam, may nagbigay sa'yo ng food, yung pala yung hawak na yun, instant yun eh. Marami, actually ngayon po ang daming studies na nagva-vary. Pwede bang aerosol ang approach, ang route of contamination, of transmission ng COVID? Surface ba? Or yung ano talaga, yung droplets. Kaya yung key talaga is social distancing, regular disinfection, etc., etc. And if you talk about this kind of pandemic, if you, we can stay and talk about this for about 20 days, di ba? And we will definitely have a lot of information and topic to discuss. But I think the essentials really is how and what kind of approach you can do to protect yourself and protect your surroundings, immediate surroundings. I'm talking about your car, your house, your room, your yung ano pa ba? Yung mga gamit mo, cellphone mo, wallet mo, etc., etc. I hope I
Okay.
was able to shed some light about this.
Okay. So, tanong natin din sa mga ano, if you have questions about cleaning, Raymond will still be here to
Mhm.
discuss about cleaning things. And this poses now kasi a question. Like for me, with all of coming from a public health standpoint, because I'm ano a public health
Graduate.
graduate, ano, and I know no the amount of chemicals and pollutants that we use from various, even from the detergent to the soap to the shampoo. And so for some reason, and then ngayon, meron pa tayong mga spray, di ba? And
Mhm.
siguro pa unti-unting gamit doesn't really have an effect, and that's the reason why our BFAD also agrees with that as well. But then if you do it every day, like there is a vigilance that you need to spray every time, you need to use this cleaning substance every time, it accumulates. And it has a big effect also on our well-being, especially the liver. Kasi, di ba, the liver is the one that kind of
Filter.
detoxifies, no? And also our skin detoxifies yung system natin from getting loaded with all of these chemicals. So,
True.
medyo meron tayong kind of dilemma. Yung sasabi na how enough is enough and how less is less. Parang ganon. So we need to strike a balance. Which goes to show na maybe it's not just about the kind of cleaning materials that we use, maybe we can tweak something there to have a certain balance. So if, for example, our the cleaning disinfectants we use can be something that is organic and natural, maybe kahit gaano kadami mo siyang gamitin, although of course we still have to take into consideration if this really works. So, and then let's see the science part of it. We also need to see the balance, which is this from nature, and it's more or less unlikely, for us to get overwhelmed with a lot of artificial, ang tawag dito, chemicals. And that's why we have this, another guest with us tonight. And if Mon's passion is cleaning, Mr. Clean, Ma'am Aleli's passion is about creating a healthy, clean greening, green
Wow.
cleaning naman, yung sa kanya, green cleaning. So, cleansing the world in a natural and safe way using using coconut based products. And so that's so she's for quite some time she's already been she has already this company called Daila products, which she utilizes yung mga where she produces soaps, no, and shampoos and organic products. But now,
Mhm.
because of what's happened, they were already, even before the COVID, they were already kind of developing this products, no, for cleaning that are coconut based. So let's ask more about how Miss Aleli came up about this monolaurin and coconut products. Let's call her on the floor, Miss Aleli. Pansacola, uh,
Yeah.
Daila Community Herbal Enterprises. Ayan.
Mhm, mhm.
Hello, Miss Aleli.
Hello, good
Good
evening.
evening.
It's Daila Herbal Community Enterprises. Oo. So, it's really natural because herbal nga ang ginagamit namin. Actually, herbal essences ang ginagamit namin. And then community, it's because we use the community to produce all these products. Lahat ng ginagamit naming raw materials are made by the community. Or at least most of it. Like for example, nagsizeroin kami for our products sa coconut oil. So, it benefits the coconut farmers. And then, dine-develop namin ng essential oil industry kasi, alam mo, ang Pilipinas kasi tropical country. And everything grows here in the Philippines. And I've always been wondering, bakit wala tayong mga herbal essences? You know, napakaganda kasi dahil may mga medicinal values ang herbal essence at napakalaki ng market doon, ano. Pero dito sa Pilipinas na anything grows, napakaliit pa ng it's still an infant industry. But in 1986, we started to promote it. Nag-organize kami ng mga group of farmers na nangangailangan ng mga hanap buhay. So, ito ang aming ini-start noon. Way back 1986. Awa ng Diyos, ngayon naman, maganda na yung namin. We're already exporting. We have won international awards. And especially during this time na pandemic, we have been coming out with mga cleaning materials that are natural. Yan yung sinasabi mo kanina na lalo na ano yung safety ng mga cleaning products na ginagamit natin. We have so much to say about that.
Miss
You want
Aleli,
me to
thank you.
start?
Oo.
Oo.
Ano bang meron sa anong meron sa coconut? Why you can say that it can be used as a cleaning as a alternative cleaning product.
Nasa libro yan ng chemistry. Alam mo, nakakatuwa nga kasi um, noon, when I started this kasi, hindi naman ako chemist, at saka wala akong, I think I have only 3 units of chemistry, But that is what made it for me, no? Kasi I didn't know the technology. And if we look at the chemistry book, sinasabi nila na coconut oil is the best oil para sa mga cleaning, sa mga soaps, kasi magandang lather, plus may
Antibacterial.
medicinal value. Although sinasabi din nila, in the present situation ngayon na kailangan lagyan ng mga chemicals na hardener, yung mga optical brightener, yung mga um, magandang amoy, etc. Maraming pinapalagay na mga detergent chemicals para yung mga sabon ay maging matigas, para maging mura, para maging magandang tingnan yung labada kahit na hindi natuyo sa araw ay maputi, yung mga ganon. But those are chemicals. And then lately, we have come up with mga detergents na para mas malakas ang bula. Yung mga napakalaki kasi ng market ng mga cleaning agents, lalo na yung mga sabon sa katawan, madami, kaya ang daming gamit ng coconut oil at saka yung mga soap sa mga cleaning agents, kaya ang mga hidden persuaders, lahat sila nagbibigay ng kanilang mga qualities na gusto ng mga tao, and because of that they put in a lot of chemicals to para makuha ng mga taong hinahanap nila. Yun na nga, yung hardness, yung kulay maputi kahit na hindi natuyo sa araw, yung mga ganon na yung bango, yung smooth sa kamay, parang ang dami nilang nilalagay. And then because that maganda nga yung sabon, pero mahal na, so nilalagyan nila ng fillers. Yun ngayon ang mga detergent chemicals natin. But if you look at the chemistry book, talagang coconut oil is the best. And the natural soap is actually ilang ingredients lang yan. Yung coconut oil, yung alkaline builder, at saka yung pabango. Which for our products, we use itong mga essential oils. Right now, because of the pandemic, sinasabi natin na hindi ba madali daw yung mga virus. Kasi outside the body, it is dead. Hindi ba sabi nila,
True.
madali rin yung, hindi ba no? Tapos sabi nila, madali din yung patayin. Number 1, sabon, sabi nila. Any soap will do. Kasi 22, happy birthday lang yun 22 seconds lang, namamatay na yung mga virus. Di ba? Sabi nila. Pagkatapos sabi nila, disinfectant. Disinfect, Maganda nga sana yon, Pero in fact, yung ginawa ng mga mayors noon sa Metro Manila na dinidisinfect nila yung mga streets, ang ganda sana, except when they use mga chemicals, doon nakakaproblema. Kasi hindi ba yung ating Manila Bay naging blue. Wow, sabi nila, ang ganda na. Kasi parang malinis na. Hindi nila alam na yung chemicals na yon na nagpa-blue doon sa water ng Manila Bay, yun yung mga pollution na namatay yung mga isda at saka yung mga plants sa ilalim ng dagat. Parang ganon. Kaya hindi pala maganda. Yung palang mga chemicals na yon na ini-spray nila dahil hindi siya natural are those na pag kailangan silang mag-spray, kailangan nilang sarahan ng pinto, sarahan ng bintana kasi itong mga ito masakit sa baga, 'di ba? Kasi yung mga ginagamit na naman nilang chemicals. At ito rin yung mga chemicals na naiiwanan sa kalye na merong mga residues na nakakasira sa mga tanim. Kaya pinasarado na ng DFAD yun, pina-stop na nila. Pero maganda sana yun kasi itong COVID, natatanggal ng disinfectant, itong mga virus, na aalis ng disinfectant. So, merong maganda at merong hindi. Kaya we came out with this product, tinatawag naming wash up, na it is soap, it's made out of coconut oil, it has essential oils, it kills yung mga bacteria, but especially since itong coconut oil kasi, merong monolaurin. Ngayon, yung monolaurin kasi, kung titingnan mo sa Wikipedia, tingnan mo sa mga dictionary, you will see there that this is the best na antivirus at saka antibacteria. Marami ng study. In fact, we have been using that for our hand sanitizer for a very long time because of the study ng Philippine Coconut Research Foundation na binigyan kami ng formulation nun and we have been using it. So, sabi ko, sana tinuloy yung disinfecting. Pero ang ginamit nila natural product, then it would have been good. Kasi tingnan mo, yung COVID, nasabi nila patay naman yan pag nasa labas di ba? Sabunin mo yan, nawawala. Disinfectant, gumamit ka ng disinfectant, namamatay, Pero pag pumasok na sa katawan, yun ay nag-multiply ng several 100,000 times. Yung isa, naging 100,000 pagdating sa katawan. So I said, bakit natin aantayin pa na itong mga virus at bakterya ay pumasok sa ating bahay? Di patayin na natin kung nasaan siya, kung nasa street siya, nasa wall, nasa sidewalk, patayin na natin. And then pag pumasok sa bahay, bakit aantayin pa natin na pumasok sa ating katawan? Di patayin na natin doon sa floor natin, sa wall natin, in the air, meron kaming hydrosol, meron kaming vegetable wash, na meron din monolaurin, meron kaming hand sanitizer, meron din kami na ayan, nandiyan na yung para sa mga sa mga garage, mga ganyan. We have all the products that we need. And the thing is that these are all natural at wala siyang chemical. So, yun ngayon ang namin, ang sinasabi namin. Which I think should work . Diba? What do you
Okay,
think?
okay, maraming salamat, Miss Aleli. And now, yes, so now we've been introduced. Myla said this a very, a very timely talk. Uh, and it is indeed a timely talk. For those who just tuned in, this is a stay clean, stay safe FB live discussion about cleaning and staying safe in your homes and anywhere with cleaning. So, Miss Adeli, yung um, sinasabi nyo na monolaurin, no? It has been shown to be, you said na na, na ano exactly ang ginagawa niya sa virus sa environment natin?
Antivirus o saka antibacterial. Ah, yung ang pinakamahirap na linisin, Raymond, hindi ba? Sabi nila ay yung mga hospital kasi toxic nga daw ang environment kasi nandun lahat na bacteria, nandun lahat na germs, ano. But in the study, actually nakita ko yun sa study ni Conrado Dairit noon when
Mhm.
he was trying to experiment on the use of virgin coconut oil for um, mga sakit na yan, yung mga HIV, mga AIDS, mga ganyan, na there is this material nga na element ng coconut oil, ng tawag nila yung monolaurin, na sinisira yung protein cover ng virus at
Very
bacteria.
good.
And pag titingnan mo sa research, ang COVID actually is protein eh. 'Di ba? So pag sinira na yung cover niya, namamatay na siya. Nasisira na siya. Kaya yun ay hindi pa masyadong kilala. Nakakatuwa nga eh. Sabi ko bakit kokonti ang it's all over the Wikipedia pero wala pa yata gumagamit eh. Gusto ko sabihin kokonting gumagamit pero when I think about it, wala pang gumagamit, tayo pa lang.
In fact, nung ano po kami, so the coconut oil, no, even nung time na nagka-COVID kami, when we were talking to my ninang who works in PGH, opta siya doon, and sabi niya sa akin, you guys take teaspoons of coconut oil, virgin coconut oil.
Yes.
And yes, true enough, dun sa mga research, it's very, it's very not only healthy, but it does a lot of wonders, no, dun sa when we have a viral infection or a bacterial infection. So it gives us the strength because nga sinasabi nga na inaano siya yung may substance sa coconut oil nga, which is the monolaurin, also
The monolaurin.
affects not only outside but also inside the body. If you consume it, it also has the same effect. So it's amazing, ano. So how do we merong ka bang tanong, Darlene, in terms of yes,
Actually, si Raymond,
Ano yun?
Oh, Mona, send mo ba yung sample na sinend ko sa'yo na
Oh, yeah.
Oo.
Oo.
Have you tried it?
I tried it in my car. The scent is good. Actually, ang ganda, yung amoy niya, ma'am, it's natural scent, no? Yung hindi siya matapang sa amoy.
Hindi.
And then,
At saka
I even...
pwede mo yung gamitin sa sarili mo. You can
Oo,
spray
ginawa ko yun.
yourself.
Kasi I was looking at the composition, the ingredients, yung the content. And ang galing, ma'am, nung napaka interesting nung na-share mo, yung we're using natural product and there's a science behind it. 'Di ba nung unang panahon pa, time immemorial, alam natin yung antibacterial property ng coconut oil. 'Di ba, ma'am? Coconut.
Oo,
Ano?
ever since.
So ito ma'am, siguro the question now na nag-arise sa akin is, hindi ba pag gumamit ba ako nito ng monolaurin based cleaning and disinfectant products, am I being aggressive also against the virus? Or baka mamaya, ano lang ito, it's just more on the safety profile, safety aspect.
Okay.
And the next question, ma'am, is, meron po ba kayong yung mga initial study, laboratory test ng product na nagawa? Kasi presently, ma'am, ako I'm also evidence-based medicine practitioner. Like whenever I use a product, I always have to check on the results, the laboratory tests. Pag nakita ko yon, ay okay. Pero sana nga ma'am 'no, kung may gano'n at the same time kasi yung safety profile ng monolaurin and coconut milk, okay yun, established yun, eh. But the aggressiveness against the pandemic, the virus, and other pathogens, mas maganda sana rin na ma-establish. Ako that's basically my need for now na malaman.
International study, marami tayong makikita sa Wikipedia. They have studied it already, sa international. Sa Pilipinas, if you look at the studies of PCRDF, yung Philippine Coconut Research and Development Foundation, they have a thorough study of the use of monolaurin in hand sanitizer. Kasi
Okay.
yan, yung sa solution sa hand sanitizer kasi or any solution that touches the skin na merong alcohol, nakaka-dry ng skin. Makikita
True.
mo yun pag alcohol ka ng alcohol, mamaya yung skin mo, matuyo na, no? They
Right.
have a thorough study ng monolaurin na nire-replace niya yung alcohol sa hand sanitizer. So, nandyan na yan. Ngayon, dito rin sa study ng De La Salle, kasi the same thing we used sa, hindi ba noon may kukulisap? That's also a virus, that's also a bacteria. Sa coconut, against coconut, ginamit namin yan and it was very successful. Ayan, may study din ang De La Salle, College of Entomology. Ngayon sa amin ngayon, kasi coconut oil merong study, monolaurin merong study, essential oil merong study. Pero ngayon din, siguro by next week, makukuha na rin namin yung study na with our formulation.
Ang galing.
So wala akong problema doon kasi kita natin naghahanap nga ako ng study dito that will show us that it kills COVID. Wala naman laboratory na gustong mag-touch ng COVID. Kaya sabi ko, I have to look for that. Sabi ko nga, kahit na swab test, swab kaya natin. Tapos, positive ito. Lagay natin sa monolaurin. Tingnan natin kung mamamatay. Nobody wants to take the risk of getting the COVID in their hands, parang ganon. Kaya sabi ko, mahirap. And then si Dr. Fabian Ber naman, tinuro sa akin sa Singapore daw, $5 million yata. Kailangan nila. Kaya sabi ko na who will help me? I don't know, I cannot afford that. Pero sa nakikita namin, it is sa mga ibang bagay very effective. Sa mga, kahit na sa hand sanitizer, meron na silang study, but not against COVID. Against yung virus, marami kasing virus at bacteria, and they have studied it especially sa mga hospital. And then yung sa amin naman sa De La Salle nga, is dito even sa mga parasites. Pero yun din ang action na nakita nila ng monolaurin is that it destroys the cover, the protein cover of
envelope
any
virus.
Oo. So, I suppose it's, and the thing is, it is safe kasi since it is natural, pag natural kasi, biodegrade na, kumbaga man, ina-absorb ulit ng earth, ina-absorb ulit ng mga, kahit pumunta sa air at nagiging part ng nature ulit. Kaya it's safe, hindi siya nagkakaroon ng carbon imprints, yung mga ganun kailangan. In fact, I think we have dun sa presentation na binigay namin, inilagay namin yung soap under the black light so that we will see yung mga chemicals, yung mga action ng chemicals, and we always show that to our clients na kung paano nila nakikita na itong mga detergent powder merong parang neon effect, whereas yung sa atin wala. At saka pag naglaba ka or hinugasan mo ang kamay mo, and then tiningnan mo under the black light, kahit na 30 minutes na, nandun pa. Lalo na sa mga damit. Kunyari, naglaba kayo sa detergent, pagkatapos yung damit nyo, nilagay nyo under the black light, makikita mo yung mga residue, nandun pa. And that's why yan, that's another thing, nasa safety, yung mga residue na yon dumidikit sa balat, pagkatapos mamaya makati, kakamutin mo, nagkakasugat, pupunta
Contact
sa
dermatitis.
bloodstream nyo, tapos
Mm.
pupunta sa liver, pupunta sa kidney, yung mga
Mhm.
residues na yan. So, yan,
Mhm.
nagkakos ng leukemia, ang daming mga sakit na mga blood sicknesses. It's also since pag nasa skin, doon naman dumadating din yung mga psoriasis, yung mga eczema,
Mm.
yung mga ganun.
Hmm. Actually
Actually,
na
Yun ang
ano,
nagiging
I bought I bought your hand wash, Ma'am Aleli, from your I bought a hand wash kasi I'm a frequent hand washer. Yung medyo
Aha.
may pagka-obsessive ko. Even before COVID happened, I constantly wash my hands. And yun yung problem, no? Kaya naninigas, yung parang sobrang naninigas. It comes to a point na naninigas na yung kamay ko sa kakawash ng hands. So, I'm so appreciative of the products that you created because ano siya, my hands actually became softer because of the coconut, baka because
Yes,
of the
yes.
coconut oil.
Oo.
Saka mabango
Natural
siya.
moisturizer.
Mabango siya. The scent is not artificial. Di ba? Most of the hand wash kasi has a very strong scent. Actually, it's more scenting than antibacterial. So, I think, yeah. So, may question tayo dito from Norcam. So, and she said na some of the natural cleaning materials have disagreeable odors. Is it possible to have better smelling products while having a good clean? Is smell ba an indicative of cleanliness? 'Di ba? Is it really an indicative of cleanliness? Smell, scent.
Yes, yes.
True.
Dahil pagbabaho, hindi mo ma-imagine malinis, ano. Pero, ina-add din usually kahit na wala ng amoy, tayo kasi sanay tayo na nilalagyan din ng amoy para mas lalong
Oo.
gumanda. Kasi, ang dami ng users kasi. So, syempre, kanya-kanyang ano. Other companies use perfume. We use essential oil. Yun ang isang maganda. So, ang ginagamit natin talagang galing sa mga halaman. Hindi galing sa alcohol-based perfume. And then, kanina yung sinabi mo pating naninigas yung kamay mo, manonotice din ng mga gumagamit ng laundry, ng sabon natin sa laundry, na hindi na kailangan lagyan ng fabric softener kasi malambot.
Oh.
Really?
So, yun
gamit
din,
ko
ma'am.
yung yeah, I'm using Victoria kasi bumili rin ako ng Victoria. And nung nag-ulan sa Antipolo, hindi siya naging yung not the thingy smell,
Yung
ganyan,
amoy,
then mabango, fresh pa rin yung amoy niya.
Kulob, hindi amoy kulob.
Yung gamit ko loob.
Yun, ma'am.
My
You will
question is,
notice that.
my
Manonotice
question, Ma'am Aleli, is I'd like to know, kasi most of the natural ingredients, madali siyang mag-fade, meaning yung effect niya, yung efficacy niya po ba, lalo if you use the hydrosol or the how long po, if pati mga hand sanitizer, how long yung efficacy niya?
Usually naman sa usual use, hindi, magandang tanong yan kasi hindi ko pa talaga pinag-aaralan yung how long. But we know na yung ibang ginagamit, usually, yung nandyan sa market, ay yung sa atin ilagay mo equal if not more. Kasi, hindi tayo, yung essential oil na lang na ginagamit natin. Kasi ang perfume na nasa alcohol, di ba nagdi-dissipate ka agad, madaling mawala eh. Pero yung sa atin, kasi yung hydrosol natin uses the water that is parang yun ay pinanggalingan ng pagtatanggal ng oil. So it's parang kung erosion
Oil
rose
based.
water, yung ginagamit natin is from sunburst lime. So matagal na nandun kasi it's an integral part of the solution. Hindi yun perfume na galing sa alcohol. Pag perfume na galing sa alcohol, mabilis mawala. Ito sa
Mm.
atin hindi. Plus since it is coconut based, it is oil based. Ang oil kasi
Tagal
mas
tumigil.
mas
Yeah,
dumidikit sa
correct.
Oo.
Ang ganda. I also heard yung Ma'am Aleli, 'di ba yung alcohol, yung efficacy niya andun lang pagbasa siya tapos it's maximum 30
Pag natuyo
minutes.
na nawala na.
Oo, pag natuyo kaya nga 'di ba kanya nag-apply ka, yun yung talagang the most efficacious part,
Oo.
yung ano talaga. But after
Yung
that,
medyo basa.
yung basa, yun talaga yung pumapatay. Yun yung killing property niya andun. But the moment it dries up, wala na. Kaya you really need to reapply and reapply again. So kung yung na-point out ni Ma'am Aleli kanina, probably is the monolaurin, it since oil-based, which is andun na talaga siya. Baka mamaya it somewhat like creates a coating as well to the
Yes.
surface
True.
or to our skin.
Yes.
Meron kasi ako ma'am isang product dati na na-explore din. Yung product naman it's called ano yan eh, parang surface protectant. Other than the disinfectant that we use, the one need also is surface disinfectant. Na parang kung siguro kung merong isang produkto na that would stop me or that would limit my use of this somewhat like yung mga disinfectant. Maganda sana yun kahit siguro nga mga 2 hours, 3 hours lang na
Nandun
okay ang
pa.
kamay ko.
Uy,
'Di ba? Okay
magandang
sana.
idea
So
yan. Meron
yeah,
na akong
meron ako
naisip.
ma'am 30 days. Meron ako ma'am ha,
30
30
days.
they
Wow.
claimed it's 30 days. So when you apply it in a you spray it on a surface, it protects the surface for 30 days against COVID because it forms a spike. 'Di ba ma'am ang COVID virus, these are envelope viruses. What we need to destroy
Is the
in this kind of virus is their coating, is a protein. So yung protein na yun, ma'am, pag dumikit dun sa surface na merong microscope, I think they did I forgot the
Powerful
process.
microscope yon.
Super ma'am, parang meron talagang spikes. So na-imagine mo
Oo.
yung spikes na pag dumikit doon, patay si coating, patay si virus. So and it's for 30 days. So yung monolaurin, sana kung meron tayong siguro sooner or later makakakuha tayo ng ganitong klaseng if an a research company would venture into going deeper into these properties, ang ganda siguro no. But I'm somewhat I feel like merong itong property. Kasi mas oil
Oo.
based ka eh, 'di ba? Baka kahit na hindi na
Mag-usap
30
tayo.
days. Huwag tayong ambitious na
Mag-usap
30 days, no?
tayo.
Probably 3 hours
Mag-usap
or
tayo,
5 hours
Raymond.
na
Para,
pag nag-spray ka, kahit sa surface lang na ganun, 'di ba, slight, medyo may oil ng konti, hindi siguro didikit doon si virus. Eh pag wala namang pupuntahang si virus na tao or the host, wala naman siya eh, 'di ba, ma'am?
wala naman eh.
Oo,
Oo.
so
Kaya nga
maganda
sabi ko
rin yang i-explore
itong fear factor natin sobra.
the
Pero
paranoia actually.
oo, is sobra.
Oo.
Kaya nakakapraning naman ngayon yung mga nangyayari ngayon, yung mga lockdown natin. Hindi naman talaga kailangan if we kill the virus where it is now. Hindi lang pumasok sa host. Pag pumasok sa host, syempre, ibang usapan na yon. Pero in the environment, we can target it eh. Kaya
Ma'am
natin.
Aleli, can I also have another question?
Yes.
Can I ask another thing? Ma'am, in terms of cost effectiveness, kasi ma'am alam natin
Uh-huh.
ito ma'am ha, sabi nila a 600 to 800 ppm na chlorine-based
Uh-huh.
solution, magkano lang yun ma'am? Piso? 50 cents, even 50 cents. Sabi nila, it can kill the virus. Yun lang naman ma'am ang recommendation ng mga alam natin mga bleach-based products eh.
Oo.
Paano ngayon siya marirelate into ano ma'am, yung cost
Itong solution
effectiveness?
natin.
O di
Okay.
ba yung solution natin?
Okay. Ganito yon para sa akin, ano? Ang sa observation ko. Kasi ang problema lang nitong mga product namin, we're coconut-based and ang coconut kasi sa international market, ang bilis ng akyat at ng baba. But I am trying, hindi lang trying, but I have a new raw material ngayon that is lower than coconut oil. And then we just get the monolaurin and mix it together with that so that the price will go down. Ang
True.
problema nitong mga bleach type o sige mura nga, pero idagdag mo yung hidden cost. Kasi hindi natin nakikita yung hidden cost. For example, itong mga chlorine na ito ay pumunta nga sa dagat, magkano ang gagamitin mo para buhayin ulit yung mga isda na namatay, yung mga plants na namatay, yung pollution na kinos nun. Magkano
Mm-mm.
gagamitin natin para yung ating mga skin na nalagyan ng mga
Very good
ng
point.
mga bleach at nagkasugat-sugat,
Mm-mm.
ay matatanggal mo yung sugat. Magkano gagamitin mo pag nagkaroon ka ng psoriasis, ng eczema? Magkano gagamitin mo para pag ikaw ay nakalanghap nung bleach na yun at nasira yung iyong lungs. So when you think about it, it is not cheap. It's not cheap because there are hidden costs. Yung mga plants na nadaanan nitong bleach na ito na namatay, how do you it again? How do you make it grow again? 'Di ba? Wait, so magkano yung cost na yon?
Mm-mm.
Hindi nakikita. That's why we call it hidden cost. Hindi natin
Hidden
kita right
cost.
now. But those are long-term expenses na hindi natin mabibigyan ng amount ng presyo, 'di ba?
That's
Okay.
true. And also sa mga katulad ko na plantita, at saka, mommy, for mommy, like, sabi nga nila, di ba, if you have a dog, for example, I take out my dog, how do I make sure that my dog, alangan mang paliguan ko siya araw-araw, and my dog stays with me on my bed. So, most unlikely, lagi yan magdadala ng so what I do
Actually,
before is I put alcohol, in-alcohol ko ang paws niya and everything, which nakakaawa naman kasi it's very not good for the dog, right? So, so that's why I was happy with the hydrosol. Ngayon, ang ginagawa ko is pinisprayan ko siya ng hydrosol. And then, okay lang kasi an animal usually knows if it's under threat, right? So, ako pag inuhan ko siya ng alcohol, talagang tatakbo talaga siya. Kung pwede lang di siya anuhan ng alcohol. Ganon. So, ngayon, with the hydrosol, which is natural based, doon ko na-test na, ay, hindi siya tumatakbo. Okay lang sa kanya na masprayan siya kasi
maginhawa
alam
yan.
niyang hindi threat sa kanya. So, that's a big, parang, as a pet owner, and at the same time I being also kahit pa paano no na minimize yung threat of having I aside from aside from COVID, there are other pathogens which are equally grave as well. 'Di ba hindi lang naman si COVID siya lang yung uso pero meron ding mas pa kay COVID. So um yun, babalik ako kay Mon. Kasi I have a question dahil nga, if I am a pet owner, and ano yung, aside, sabi mo yung mga hotspots and everything, practice mo dun sa mga kiniklean mo na may mga pets? Ano yung mga uh, areas na kailangan bigyan ng pansin at paano mo siya lilinisin?
Yeah, that's very good point. Fabric-based, yung mga upholstery na fabric-based. Kasi yun talaga yung sumusuot doon, yung mga fur, yung mga hair. 'Di ba? Yun talaga yung mga ibang tao pag nag-stick siya diyan, nagdi-disintegrate siya ng unti-unti, pero pag lumiit siya ng konti, it become microdust, and when the moment you inhale it, that creates a bigger problem. So napaka-importante na you have to vacuum your upholstery as often as possible. Lalo na kung may mga pusa ka or aso, yun.
Is it necessary to like kung fabric based siya, is it necessary to shampoo it or vacuum can
Yung
just
yung shampooing, ang pwede lang the premise that would warrant shampooing, siguro pag umihi. Siyempre yung mga waste ng aso or ano na andon, yun talaga kailangan linisan mo yun kasi you know how 'di ba yung the bacteria and also the pathogens that are in the waste of this animal. So yun talaga rin ang kailangan mong gawin. So yung mga solution na pwede mo ganyan, if you don't have, siyempre ang mahal ng pa-shampoo, alam natin yan. In a standard cleaning fee or shampooing fees for a sofa, for a 3-seater sofa ranges 1,500 to 2,000 pesos. 'Di ba ganun kamahal 'yon? Kasi yung because of the how tedious the process is. So kung ikaw, alam mo, you make use of some natural DIY products na meron ka sa bahay mo. Ano, you have baking soda, ano mo 'yon? Sabi nila din yung hydrogen peroxide based, pero delikado 'yon kasi may mga fabrics na pag sprayan mo 'yon, that would ruin the fabric. So napaka-importante din that we could find a product na cleaning and disinfecting at the same time for this kind of surfaces like fabric. Siguro if kung meron din yung monolaurin, better din 'yan. Kasi alam ko ano ba ang yung baking soda, yun lang naman ang established ngayon na hindi ka matatakot na kahit i-spray mo 'yan, even if you make it in the fluid form or powder form, essential oils, 'di ba? Hindi ka matatakot na masisira mo yung fabric. But if you use other stuff, even alcohol you cannot spray out concentrated alcohol to leather surfaces kasi masisira ang texture niyan, 'di ba?
Kaya wala nasira yung sopa ko.
Even the hydrogen peroxide. So you really have to check, even if may mga specific cleaning materials and solution din na require ang manufacturers. Hindi lang basta-basta yan. If there are some other materials that you cannot use steam cleaning because it would also ruin the texture and the flora of the surface. Like yung may mga Italian leather or mga ano mo yung ganun. So anyways, we could talk more about what's not to be done and what should be done in this kind of scenario. Siguro pag specific lang for cleaning. But ito ang target talaga is how we can come up, how we can replace the present solution or cleaning armamentariums that we use na medyo harsh in the long-term use. Kaya itong mga option na ito, Ma'am Aleli, and the opportunity that you're giving light into, it is really a breather for all of us. Na parang alam natin, ano to hitting too many birds in one stone. If you use this kind of product, na protect nating environment, na protect nating sarili natin, na tulungan natin yung farmers, which is basically that's another challenge that we have now. It's the economic challenge that this pandemic has brought.
Right.
Siguro lang talaga, ma'am, the bigger challenge also is how we can make this more accessible to people, the grassroots level, na pag sinabi nilang ito yun, okay lang, na pwede mo itong ipang-replace dun sa lagi mong ginagamit. Di ba, ma'am? So sana there should be a technology that would make this more widely used. Di ba? Okay.
Kailangan ipakilala natin sa mas maraming tao.
Yun. Kaya,
pero I was going to say, May, itry mo yung Victoria sa mga aso mo. Kahit araw-araw mo silang paliguan, gustong-gusto nila. And then Raymond naman, yung heavy duty, itry mo naman sa mga kennel, yung mga kulungan ng mga aso. Mga kulungan ng aso, ng pusa. Kasi, di ba, baho-baho, no? So,
Ma'am Aleli,
try mo yung heavy duty.
Sa mga walls, ma'am, ano po ang pwede niyong ma-recommend na monolaurin-based product niyo?
Wala ba doon na, meron kaming wall scrub eh. Hindi ba kasama, hindi yata kasama sa wall scrub. Actually.
Wall scrub.
We have a wall scrub. Pero even the heavy duty, you can use that. Pero maraming
sa floor,
ilagay
diba?
mo. Oo. Kasi yung heavy duty, mas talagang pang-alis ng lahat ng klaseng odor yon. Parang, kapag pumupunta kami noon sa building, when we were first trying to sell it the regular way, hinahan namin yung pinakamalaking problema. Ano pinakamalaking yung problema sa amoy at saka sa dumi? And that's how we demonstrate. And I will show you yung mga video. In fact, pwede nating pag-aralan kung paano natin i-approach. Kasi that should be used by all the buildings para malinis na safe pa. Ganon. Pero yun, sa mga amoy, kaya yung yung mga pinag-ihian ng mga aso, ng mga animal na gano'n, di ba? Wow, grabe yun, Lalo na yung, we have tried it sa home for the aged, sa mga, nila, sa mga banyo nila. Yung mga things like that, talagang nakakaalis ng amoy. Aside from nakakaalis also. Pero sa mga pets naman, very gentle naman siya sa pets.
Pets and plants, mama, no? Oo.
Oo. Sa plants, hindi ba yung isang pinakita namin dun sa presentation na actually it's a multi-purpose eh. It's multi-purpose.
Ito siya, meron akong...
Yeah.
Ayan.
Tapos meron, ayan. Ano daw, dapat surface safe, pet friendly, pregnant women safe, mga ganyan. Food grade, diba mga ganun yung mga sinasabi nila.
Pwedeng pampaligo, pwedeng panlaba, sa panglinis ng bahay. Tingnan mo ang bula niya, dami-dami. If you want
konti nga lang nilagay ko sa washing machine. Very nice kasi
yan isa sa mga tanong kasi when our family had COVID, no, and then when it's time to do the laundry, yan, hindi ko alam paano ko lilinisin yung damit. So, tinawagan ko pa si Mon, paano ko to paano ko to lilinisin? Ang suggestion, Mon, ikaw nag-suggest nun, di ba, na you put it, ibababad mo muna sa bleach, yun nga lang, bleach siya, and then after that, saka mo siya, para patayin yung virus, after that, saka mo daw siya i-wash. Is that true, or do you think that di na? Sa monolarin, diretso na.
Pagdating mo sa bahay, tanggalin mo yung mga damit mo, ilagay mo sa balde na merong Victoria, okay na yon. And
kasi
then,
may monolarin siya.
Saka mo tuloy labahan. Saka mo labahan after. Kasi kasi yung sabon itself, hindi ba? Pag binabad mo, hindi, sabi nila 22 seconds lang namamatay na yung COVID eh. So pag binabad mo sa pail na merong Victoria, sabon yun. Eh di 22 seconds yung COVID doon, di ba?
At saka depende rin sa pati yung fabric ha, di ba? Alam naman natin, hindi mo pwedeng i-blanch ang mga decolor. So that would destroy your
wala yung puti sa decolor, May.
Sana nakilala ko si Victoria. Granules before.
Kasi Victoria,
hindi pa huli.
Katakot na bleach ang binili ko nung time na yun.
Naku.
Kawawa naman ang environment natin. Sabi ko, Mother Earth, sorry wala akong choice kaysa makahawa. Yung pala, pwede pala na na lang. So, yung mga ganyang information is very important, no? Kasi, like the aggressiveness that we know may be not really necessary pala. Pero yung aggressiveness na kailangan, yun, alam yun nila, Mon and Miss Aleli, ano yung kailangan na aggressiveness when it comes to dealing with pathogens in our homes. Katulad niyan, yung nakikinig kasi nung nalaman niyang yung aso ko nakikinig sa discussion natin. Ikaw Darlene, ano pa yung questions or dun sa mga madlang people listening, what are your questions about cleaning?
Actually, Miss Aleli, very refreshing to know kasi I have a child who is very asthmatic siya. And I know na ngayon, syempre, spray ka ng Lysol. Ganyan, ikot ka lagi everyday, hindi lang everyday in the morning. Tapos, alcohol. And it's slowly nakikita ko, yung skin niya talagang nag-create ng mga allergy. Nagra-rashes na siya. very good to know na hindi meron palang mga products na hindi na mag-create ng ganon. And then, nung bumili akong hydrosol, ito ginagamit namin siya ngayon, mas nababawasan ng konti na siya. Kasi exposing your house into sa chemicals also exposes you long term ng health cost ito, 'di ba?
Oo.
And
Yeah.
alam natin na may mga studies na long-term use of chemicals also leads to cancer. Right. So may mga ganun din. Kaya yung availability, my question is yung availability nito, Ma'am Aleli. If halimbawa someone is watching us right now in Mindanao or in Visayas, yung mga ganyan.
Ako sasagot niyan.
We need your help. We need everybody.
It is available sa shop. Darlene, ano ka ba? So,
Kailangan
well,
pa yung
Miss Aleli has a lot of distribution channels, yeah? Tama po, no? But because of the pandemic,
before the pandemic,
kailangan niyang
we had
i-retract
how many
lahat yon.
stores? Ngayon, sinarado naming lahat dahil, biruin mo yun, ang dami-dami na stores. So, right now, we're fixing our social media and we're organizing mga distributors everywhere. So, yun, you can help me, get as many distributors as we can. Kasi hindi lang naman yung mga cleaning products ang natin ang ating mga products kasi we're also starting with mga healthy foods. Kasi that's another topic siguro, another time. But nakikita namin ngayon ang mga foods din natin gawa ng mga chemicals ay kung minsan nakakapagkasakit lalo. A lot of our diseases comes from our food. So that's another thing. Basta we are dealing in natural products. So hindi lang sa pangpaligo, panglaba, pang-cleaning ng para sa pet, para sa babies, but also mga processed na food na natin na kinakain natin everyday, organic vegetables, free-range chicken. Kasi kung alam lang natin ang mga pinapakain sa ating mga chicken, sa mga baboy natin, parang ayaw mo na magbe-vegetarian ka na kagad, Pero sa vegetarian naman, yung mga fertilizer naman na nilalagay nila, that's another thing. Kaya talagang, kailangan natin ng more people. Kaya inaano nga namin yung community, maturuan natin yung right and safe way of dealing with our products.
Siguro, no, for those people na outside Metro Manila as well, na I'm sure dahil mahirap yung and you're willing to distribute, you can contact us, contact Miss Aleli. So you can spread the awareness and spread these wonderful products as well. Diba? May comment po dito si Farah Mon. Ang ating friend na Farah. Sabi niya they use daw yung HOCL. Ito yung binigyan mo ako nito eh. Unfortunately dito hindi ayaw gamitin hindi kasi kilala ng family ko yung HOCL. So ako lang yung gamit ng gamit, sila ayaw. Ay gamitin kasi hindi nila alam. So, it's hard to use something without pag wala ka masyadong awareness. So, yan yung ang haba na sinabi ni
Actually,
Farah.
I was about to mention that a while ago. Ito kasi, talking about natural ingredient, natural disinfectants, HOCL is really a natural, as they claim, it's from water. Tapos may mga merong tama ma'am, no? Meron yung sinabi kung how they come up with the HOCL. So parang it's even 80 times better than chlorine. Tapos ganun siya ka-safe sa katawan mo, sa environment. And this is mura. We're talking about 300 pesos per gallon. Yun ma'am ha. Ito na yung range dito. So although ngayon sabi nila at saka HOCL ma'am, it's part of the CDC and EPA. So ang dami ring kaya lang ang iniisip ko kasi ang HOCl, meron pa ring bleach content 'yan. Kasi chlorine based 'yan eh. Chlorine derivative 'yan in a much parang
Lesser
mas
concentration, lesser
mas
potency.
mas parang mas yung derivative chlorine derivative pero iba yung packaging niya kaya hindi mo siya kino-consider as bleach. Pero chlorine, 'di ba? Pag sinabi nating bleach, 'di ba? Usually chlorine based 'yan eh. Tapos water, it's 98% water something. So imagine what's more natural than water? Yun,
Yes.
kaya lang meron lang process na ginawa sila to come up with a very aggressive disinfectant
Di
but
kaya yan
safe.
alkaline water?
Sabi nga nila ma'am, sabi nung kaibigan kong doktor, parang ano lang, parang hypochlorous acid, o di chlorine water, parang gano'n, na less concentrated. Kasi tapos ma'am, they claim that if you spray it on a surface, it kills virus in 30 seconds. Yung mga gano'n. That's why halos kaya nga ma'am, minsan may period, yan ang favorite product ko hanggang sa magre-research na naman ako. Gano'n. But I've used that. So, I use multimodality approach. Isipin na lang natin na each surface, each need, meron talagang particular product. If we're talking about walls, floor, minsan iba rin talaga yung approach, ma'am, pagka surface disinfectant, surface high touch point surfaces, iba din yun. So, we can make use of various cleaning agents, pero the thing is, wala naman talagang study kung ano yung effect pag pinagsama-sama mo sila. 'Di ba? Alam mo yun? Kaya yung need mo talaga ngayon talaga hindi yun i-question. Kasi ang talagang the term ma'am is how you can be as aggressive as possible with also considering yung
As safe
safety
as
profile
possible.
ng product. Lahat naman ng mga products ngayon ma'am may SDS di ba? The moment you submit a product for FDA approval or yung BFAD natin whatever or food or something, kailangan mo yan ng SDS. The safety data sheet
Material safety.
would definitely show how safe the product is. So whenever I use a product, that's my main thing. Give me the SDS first. And the moment I check the SDS, i-check mo rin dito on the long-term use. Meron talaga ma'am yung SDS app. Walang one solution for everything na ay ito safe to. O ito okay to. Kaya meron ka lang particular product na gagamitin on a particular need, on a particular requirement, which is malilito. Kaya ang hirap ma'am, educate yung sarili mo, educate yung people with you. Like I have cleaners. Hindi naman lang lahat katulad ko in my approach. Minsan papadala mo sila ng products. Kaya ang need ko talaga ma'am is the panacea for everything. The one solution fit all ingredient. Ano yung pwede? 'Di ba? So kung pwede natin kung pwede mo magamit si monolaurin based to all sorts of surfaces, to all sort of cleaning requirement, maganda rin sana 'yan. Which ang kiniklaim nila, HOCl has that kind of properties. Mura na, magaling pa, safe pa. So yun talaga ma'am. It's good thing that Farah mentioned that because ito talaga ang pinaka feeling ko na pwedeng i-compare into a natural disinfectant like monolaurin coconut oil based product. Yun ma'am.
Okay. So, meron akong misgivings no when I mean in terms of SDS approval and ganyan. Mon ha, nababayaran din 'yun ng mga kumpanya ha. Kaya hindi rin ako as a consumer, hindi rin ako kumbaga hindi guarantee sa akin na hindi guarantee sa akin yung safety niya in terms of long term. Kasi nga coming from the public health standpoint, there has been a lot of studies talaga na hindi lang na ilalabas, na itatawid sa ating mga ahensya from the public health standpoint that long-term use of these ingredients and accumulation of them is never studied with I mean, and never been a requirement for BFAD approval, FDA approval. Hindi siya requirement yung yung accumulation kasi hindi mo siya directly matatali. So there are individual studies na ginawa ng mga independent. Usually ito yung mga nagtithesis na magma-masters na mga public health students na and practitioners na nakikita nila na these have long-term impacts, hindi lang siya na isasama as a requirement dun sa mga pag-approve ng isang home product or isang product na pwedeng i-market. And that's becoming an evident problem, especially now na times 5, times 100 yung fear and paranoia. So most likely na dati nag-alcohol ka ilang beses lang sa isang araw, for example. Ngayon, it's every minute. Imagine, like
Mm.
ako, when I would know when I pass by a place na puro alcohol, especially hate na hate ko yung papasok ka sa loob ng isang supermarket na doon ginaganon kasi labas parang amoy nag-irritate na yung ilong ko dun sa after ng alcohol, yung sobrang accumulation ng alcohol in the air. Yung mata ko nagluluha na. Ganun ka physical yung experience ko. Alcohol pa lang yon. So, but then yes, I do agree that we really need to be vigilant and aggressive in approach, and there is really, I acknowledge the need for certain products that can help people feel at least safe that and secure in their homes. And so yeah, thank you for that discussion. So
Malaki
ito may
malaki ang
yes po.
malaki ang value kasi ng traditional use. Yung matagal na nating ginagamit, alam na natin. Kasi like we've been using soap for the longest time and we've been using coconut oil for the longest time. So meron ng may value na proven na. So
Yan,
yung water
di ba?
Pero kanya-kanya, tama rin naman si Raymond. Kanya-kanya naman ding yan. Solution yan.
Ang talaga siguro, ma'am, it's awareness, 'di ba? How we create more awareness to people about the use of right cleaning and disinfecting solutions which are safe and effective at the same time. Ang issue talaga dito is yung readiness ng paggamit. Kasi alam natin, ma'am, at saka ito connotation, we always think that when we use organic products, these are expensive products. Food, and some other aspects, pag sinabing organic egg, mas mahal yan sa the rest of the regular stuff. And the main problem now is yung economic challenge. Yung the economy of the need. Ano mo yung, ikaw ba, ma'am, maggagastos ka pa ng ganong amount for that disinfectant? In fact, nakukuha mo naman yung effect dito sa disinfectant na nagagamit mo ngayon, mas mura pa or something ganon. So talagang it's basically ang daming loopholes, ang daming mga challenges dito sa sitwasyon natin na ito. So kung ano lang available, kung ano ang tingin, ang recommended, yun ano yung recommendation ng mga guidelines na pinakikinggan natin, IATF, CDC, WHO, etc., etc. These are the things that we follow. Kaya nga siguro body sila central body sila, kaya para hindi watak-watak yung isip ng bawat tao sa mundo on what to use. So kung ito, we are offering an option. 'Di ba, ma'am? Yung option, ako in real case scenario is that I have clients who would ask me, is that pet safe? Is that food grade? Is that elderly safe? Fabric safe? Texture? So, 'di ba parang lahat yan i-address mo. So pag may magtanong niyan na maganong let's say meticulous or meron talagang high requirement for that, you can offer this. Yeah, I can offer you something, ma'am. Itong monolaurin based products natin, it's ganyan. But for other people who are just okay for Basta kung gusto ko lang mapatay yung virus. Hindi, yun lang naman talaga yung minsan immediate need eh, di ba? So now, I think this discussion is meant to give an option. We're giving an option to people. We're giving an option to cleaning to businesses, basically, like my case, on what to use and what to offer. Yeah. But in the long run,
Nakapag-clean,
I hope everyone can have access to this kind of products.
nakapag-clean ka na ba, Mon? I'm sure you have experiences with pinagstayan ng isang COVID positive patient.
Let's say I'm a partner of hotel chain that disinfects quarantine facilities. So I use aggressive products. So yung
Mm-mm.
whenever I use a product, hindi to basta-basta, hindi ko lang to basta gagamitin, but this goes through a body, like yung hotel management na yon. What products do you use? Kailangan i-defend mo yon, i-present mo yon, and they have their it should be backed up by good clinical studies, laboratory tests. So kaya napaka-essential nito for them. Dahil we're talking about not just an enemy, but the most debilitating enemy we have in the world at this point in time, which is COVID.
How about
Kaya
naman sa mga so do you use a different product when it comes to a house na relatively isolated, rated isolated
uh,
naman, and then medyo
let's
wala
say
namang
ano ha,
nagkakasakit, iba naman ang doon, approach
hindi.
doon, tama ba? Same
Ngayon,
din.
ang approach mo is ang tawag ko dito is preventive and decontamination. You use the same. You use the same. So nakita mo yung need kasi ng tao, it's how you need to address their paranoia and their scare. Ayoko magka-COVID, paano kung ano, pareho din naman yung regimen. Pareho rin yung process. What do you do for disinfection? What do you do for cleaning? To a COVID area or non-COVID area. So basically, that's the recommendation of WHO.
Have you
Mas
had a experience where na-disinfect mo siya, then after a few weeks, for example, nagka-COVID?
so far wala. Or
Or wala
wala
lang
nang
nagsabi.
wala nagpa-follow up. pero yung in my case, meron kaming mga regular clients like yung hotels, alam namin kaagad when they call our services. Pag sinabing,
Mm.
Raymond, I have 4 rooms tomorrow. So I know that these rooms are were quarantine facility of of COVID patients. Kaya nakita mo rin yung challenge na how you protect your people and how you should use the right products, do the appropriate process, etc., etc. Kasi kung hindi, and so far I thank God, after doing this for almost a year now, I think the process and the approach that we do are effective kasi wala pa naman nagko-COVID sa ano namin
Mm.
na yung from those unless ewan ko no, basta ngayon siguro papaano natin mabibigyan ng more option yung mga tao,
Siguro
yung
kung,
option.
dahil because of hotels yan, people won't really have a long-term effect. They wouldn't feel it because
Yeah,
it's this different people. But when you are in a home and you, like for example, you keep, of course, hindi naman, karamihan sa ngayon na economic nagtitipid. So most probably, puro DIY ang mga home-based, no? Except for some people. So for home-based people, who, of course, we want to keep our environment safe, our home safe at the same time. But also, we have to think not only of the cost, not only of the safety from the virus, but also the long-term effect. So, kakagamit mo yun, kakalinis mo, kakalanghap mo within your home.
yeah.
Yun ang hindi pa natin na nakikita. Ano ang maaring health impact niyan sa mga
Mhm.
tao kasi hindi nabibigyan ng pansin because ang cameras natin are all nakatingin sa COVID cases. Pero yung number of people who might contract certain diseases from the usage of long-term overuse of these substances. And by the way, these are tayo yun, our mothers, our sisters, because we don't know how much is enough to use, di ba? And how less is less. So doon tayo nagkakatalo. How would we know, like in our homes, how much is we should be using, how frequent? Yun, I think yun yung issue as well. Aside from the product, hindi kaya, aside from the product, uh, paano yun mo, Miss Aleli? Baka may insights kayo and Darlene about that. The practices that we can do at home that will keep us safe, not only from the COVID, but also from the long-term effects of all of these chemicals. How can we strike that balance?
Actually, there was a study talaga before na chlorine talaga, chlorine-based causes, long-term use of chlorine-based causes a lot of sickness, autoimmune diseases. Kaya marami sa mga first world countries, they don't use chlorine na. But then, nito nagkaroon na ng COVID, yun yung pinaka-immediate kasi yun yung available. Hanggang sa grassroots, hanggang sa yun yung available and mabilis. And sa takbo ng buhay natin ngayon, na we need something fast, we need something available, yun kagad yung ginagamit kagad. But it's been a year and we've been using that. So ano nga tama, ano yung gagawin natin na to keep us not just clean, but safe and healthy as well in the long term. Na hindi tayo magkakaroon ng autoimmune disease because of using that. Kasi sinasagutin natin yung COVID ngayon. What I'm looking right now is, as a mom, as a nurse, as a health worker, keeping us safe lang is not just, keeping clean and healthy and disinfected, hindi lang yun eh. Kundi titignan mo, ano tong matagal na to? Ano matagal na to? I have a center. So, anong dapat kong gawin sa mga bata? Kung mag-open na ako ng center, anong panlilinis ko doon? Mga special children yung mga yon. So, I'm really happy na with there's an available product in the Philippines right now na common siya, which is marami tayong coconut. And what we can do is inform people, use the product, and of course, this will, tama nga sabi ni Raymond, the economy will grow using this. Ang dami nang inalis noon about coconut, di ba? Sabi nga, we all know that sa corporate world natin dati na ang coconut daw is grabe sa cholesterol, pero hindi naman pala, di ba? So with as a tropical country, what we can do ako as a part ko is to continue on informing people that there is an option.
True.
Sa bahay, sa pamilya ko, here it is. Ito siya. Ito yung pwede natin magamit. Yun.
Okay. Sige. Thank you, Darlene. Ano nga po ba, Miss Aleli, yung mga options na, what do you have aside from you have a hydrosol, how, para saan yung hydrosol, para saan yung, yun. Ano po yung mga available products, Miss Aleli?
Yung sa atin na yung pinadala ko sa inyo is a whole set of products for cleaning the home, of course safely. So we have the heavy duty cleaner na para sa labas, para sa mga garage, para sa mga building, para sa mga heavy duty uses, mga piggery, mga ayan, ito heavy duty. Tapos yung para sa mga even mga chicken houses, kennels, mga ganon. Kasi yung pinanglilinis natin sa mga bahay sa mga manukan at sa mga babuyan, nakakain din nila eh. Nalalagyan ng pagkain nila, tinutuka. So, if it has mga chemicals na i-ingest din nila. Pagkatapos, yung para naman sa bahay, we have naman what's that, not only the hydrosol, but we also have the dishwashing, hand soap. I think we have the veggie wash para yun ding mga kasi ang mga gulay na, lalo na pag mahilig tayo sa salad, binibili natin yung mga gulay na ginagawa nating salad, pero hindi natin alam kung saan yung dumaan. Kaya importante din na malinis yun. And then, of course, we have meron pa kaming kitchen degreaser pero hindi ko na isinama doon. And of course, the hydrosol is para sa air naman at sa environment. So, we have a complete line of products na pwede nating i-add kasi yun ding mga sinusuot natin, mga linens para sa hotel at saka sa ating mga bahay, sa mga hospitals, yung mga linens na yon pag gagamitin din natin na merong disinfectant at the same time, that also helps. So talagang para sa akin, keeping clean is very important. Napaka-importante niyan eh. Kasi nasa palibot natin yun eh. And I think, like sabi ni Chris na Morty, if everyone only will sweep their front yard, the whole street will be clean. Diba? Tapos if every street naman will be clean because everybody sweeps their own front yard, the whole town will be clean. If the whole town will be clean because everybody will be sweeping their front yard and making the town clean, the country will be clean. Parang ganun ba na we should just all do what is necessary to keep our paligid clean, and hopefully if everybody does the same, then we can cleanse the world. Malaking
Hopefully,
pangarap,
yes.
pero why not? Diba?
So, maraming salamat no sa mga insights nyo. Kasi ang contribute naman namin ni Darlene, kasi physical cleanliness yung pinag-uusapan nyo, ang the nearest na idadagdag namin sa cleaning ay yung pagsa-sage. Kasi ang sage has been found in studies, no, and also some other na pag nag-smudge ka, i-smudge mo yung it's been found na to kill 90% of the pathogens in the house. So, sage ako ng sage every day in the absence of pagkagising ko, yun ang una-una kong ginagawa. In the absence of, instead of spraying Lysol around my house, I'd rather I'd rather smudge my whole house with sage, di ba po? Oo. So, yun lang. Plus, energetically, nakiklean din siya. Wala lang, sumegway lang po ako sa Ngayon, meron pa po bang mga tanong ang ating mga
viewers,
people who joined us here, the viewers, about cleaning? Nandito na po yung dalawang ating kasama na napakagaling sa kanilang own specialty of cleaning. No? So, do you have other questions, Darlie? And then, maybe we can also...
I'd like to mention lang, sabi ni Ma'am Mels, we hope to join everyone to help in the cleaning of the world. Sabi nga ni Ma'am Aleli kanina, to give space for the virus
no space for the virus to
leave no space.
Yes.
Yeah, the virus is in the environment, as mentioned, Ma'am Aleli mentioned, is a non-living thing. Diba? In the environment is a non-living thing. Once it gets in contact,
afraid of.
Nothing
to be afraid of if they are just in the environment. Pag pumasok sa katawan yun, ibang problema na yun.
Ibang usapan na yun, oo. So, ang question dito is you. How, di ba? Are you doing, yung, kasi minsan the slightest, nakipapansin ko yun the slightest unconsciousness, you can bring a virus home. Like, with the case of my family, how we got COVID, sometimes, like I tell my sister, once you get home, kailangan, from work, kailangan kang maligo. But sometimes, dahil, call center, hindi, nahirapan siyang maligo, kasi antok na siya. Diba? So, dumidiretso na siya sa house. So, hindi siya dumiretso dito, doon po sila sa Makati nakatira nung time na yon. Kaso, pag uwi, dahil inisip niya, iniwan siya ng pumunta na rito yung parents ko, naiwan siya doon, inisip niya, ay hindi ako, kung meron man ako, hindi ako makakahawa. Or hindi ko kailangan maligo kasi wala naman akong katabing matulog, 'di ba? Pero nung itinulog niya 'yon, doon siya nilagnat. Doon siya nilagnat, nung itinulog niyang 'yon. At binag-bake pa siya ng cake. Pagdating dito, ay di pinakain niya sa amin lahat ng mga virus. Kasi nag-bake pa siya ng cake. So, I mean, hindi din naman niya kasalanan yon. She didn't mean anything, but it was more of unconsciousness. She was unconscious, and most people miss out yung mga ganong stuff, no? It's not saying not to be paranoid as well, but just to do yung what
Diligence.
like yung diligence na to avoid things like yung pagliligo, at least showering, quick shower already, you can maybe can hand washing, showering can help. Yeah, yun. So meron ding sabon sila Miss Aleli para dyan. So anyway, for those who are interested um for those who are interested to contact Miss Aleli, please just message us. And also for Mon Home Clinic cleaning services, we will be flashing his
Thank you.
ad later. Since walang nagtatanong, I'll ask na lang any in summary, what can you advise to our viewers and followers as to how we can stay clean and stay safe in this time of the pandemic? What's Mon?
I was waiting for you.
Nag-isip pa, no?
Uh-huh.
I think the essential is we should keep our guards up and high during this time kasi hindi pa siya tapos, di ba? A lot of challenges still pose because of this pandemic problems. And siguro sabi nga nila, we're looking at it in the next 2 years bago matapos ito. Even the vaccine, the question of, is vaccine really that effective to prevent us from this? Ano ang gagawin natin? So yun talaga yung billion-dollar question. Ano ang gagawin natin? We have fear, we have yung paranoia. So yun lang talaga. Individually, we should do our part. Sabi nga, 'di ba, if I change, the world change. How do you change? So probably you need to also think of yung compliance sa protocols, sa safety guidelines, sa safety measures that we have, individually, collectively, collaboratively, ano ang pwede nating maitulong sa bawat isa. If kung hindi tayo magiging be a barrier, not a carrier. So yun, how do you keep yourself to be safe is basically doing cleaning and disinfection for the environment, for your surroundings, and for yourself. Strengthening your immune system, and we think the present times kasi ang daming options na meron tayong pwedeng gamitin which are effective and safe cleaning and disinfecting solution depending on our need and requirement and even our financial capacity to afford. So yun lang talaga. And then lastly, prayer. Yung during these times, kahit siguro yung pinakamatinding tao, pinakamayaman, pinakamagaling na tao, at the end of the day, it's still the divine guidance, divine provision, providence ang magmamaneuver sa ating lahat safely against this pandemic. So I just hope that everyone would be safe and stay safe.
Okay. Thank you, Mon.
Thank you.
Yes. Miss Aleli, you have also
Sinabi na ni
summary?
Mon lahat eh.
Copy-paste.
Wala nang tinira. So everything that he said, plus it's really in our hands. Nasa atin na yun, nasa kamay na natin, we can do it. But then, to do it, sabi nga ni Flavier, just do it.
Yeah.
Gawin na lang. Parang ang dami nating mga, lalo na dyan sa mga Facebook, sa mga Instagram, nako, awayan sila ng awayan na anti-vaccine, for vaccine, yung COVID is conspiracy and all that. Tama na, stop na, it's here. Parang nakikita natin nagkakasakit ang mga tao, may mga namamatay, whatever you say, it is happening. So, let's just unite, sabi mo nga, let's all unite, and let's do what is necessary to prevent. Kasi yan ay enemy natin, whatever we say, enemy natin. Kaya lang, gamitin din natin ng common sense kasi ngayon sobra talaga yung fear factor eh. Kung minsan yun ang nakakasira. Kasi then ang daming mga anong tawag nito, nadidepress, ang daming nagkakaroon ng mga problema, even economic crunch na nga natin, sobra na, parang mga ganun. It's, we should do everything that is necessary so we can address the problems now. And the only one who can address these problems ay tayong lahat. Isa-isa tayo, but then bonded together.
Thank you, Miss Aleli.
Thank you, sir.
Darlene.
Thank you, Darlene. Thank you.
Darlene, you have anything to say?
Yeah, just keep healthy, mind, body, and spirit.
I love that. Very good. Nice.
Yes, I'm glad I was part of this group. Kasi
me too. Thank you.
Ang saya. I hope to meet you.
Yeah.
Gawin natin
all of
ulit,
you.
ano?
Thank you.
Sa mga the people who joined in the discussion, thank you very much, and I'm sure there will be a lot of people later on, no, yung mga questions na dapat tinanong ko to kanina, you can still post your questions, and then pag hindi namin kayang sagutin ni Darlene, we can ask Miss Mon and Miss Aleli to answer. We will pass the question to them and post you the answer, no. So, I also agree with everybody what Mon, Miss Aleli, and Miss Darlene said, no? Being clean is just part and parcel of the totality of how, what can be done, how can we be in these times of pandemic. Like, apart from, hindi yun ibig sabihin that we are clean, that we are already safe. It's just part. We have to be also well. We have to be mentally, physically well. We have to be as well, a good state of mind and especially sa emotion. Regardless of how clean you are, if you are so anxious and so paranoid of the cleaning, it also will help you, it will also make you go down to the disease, diba? So it is part of a balanced system, and here in Shop Soulfully, we want to share, all these resources and tools that can help you in your daily life. How can you integrate this awareness, this consciousness, and this knowledge to help you benefit, from preventing from getting sick, from being well, or even thriving in a very happy, healthy, successful life. So, good night, everyone. Thank you for everything, for the discussion, for the effort of staying with us. Thank you so much. And if you want to contact Homecleanic Cleaning Services and Daila Community Herbal Enterprises or what for their products wash up, just let us know. Comment here in the thread. So, thank you, Moy.
Thank you.
Miss Aleli. Thank you,
you so much.
Darlene. Has been a very good, productive, meaningful discussion. And yes, hope to see you soon.
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you and good night.
Good night.
Good night. Good night.